Hi everybody. 2012 Toyota RAV4 2ARFE engine. Very simple job, water pump, but unfortunately the bolts on this water pump actually long enough. I mean, they are open on the back, so the top bolts came out. The bottom ones, they didn't. I was breaking them. I was able to break them just a little bit loose. Um, then using a PV blaster on both sides, kept doing that for like a good couple hours, but it was very hard to take them out, and I was afraid to break them because then I would have ended up replacing the whole or taking it out at least the whole casing, and I didn't want to do that. Well, and actually, if you not able to, if the PB blaster doesn't work, you might wanna try this. Then I wire brushed all the bolts. Yeah, now they going in by hand without any problems. Actually, getting a new tensioner pulley, original Toyota water pump made by Aizen, and that's the only types of water pumps I would use on these cars. Original top radiator hose, original belt, that's brushes, and another thing on the surface, don't don't use brushes that made out of metal. I mean, these ones are metal ones, but they are a little bit softer because you don't want to tear up the surface too much. This is a original water pump, 136,000 miles, and it's actually still working. As far as the surface, uh, this was corroded pretty bad, and I got the most of it out, especially in the place where I'm gonna put my sealant and the gasket. Well, I think I got pretty much. I got it. The reason for that is because if you don't get everything out, it's not gonna leak right away, but let's say maybe couple months or something, it's gonna start corroded. Corrosion starts gonna keep going underneath your sealant and the gasket, and then it's gonna start leaking. So for something like that, you have to get it clean, and this one was a lot easier to unbolt the mount. Well, I actually had to clean all these bolts and the alternator. I was afraid to break this, so I took off the brackets here to the wires, and then I can just lay the alternator aside. The hose came out without problems. So that's pretty much. Oh, what I used to fix the threads. I made a chaser out of the bolt, same size, M8 by 125. Just make a cuts on it like that. Check it with the nut of the same size. Make sure it doesn't have any. It's not gonna damage any make the thread worse than it is. But if you have a thin blade, you can make one, and it works very well. So chased all the threads and clean all the bolts, and now I can put it back together. But what what I would recommend if you're doing one of these cars, especially if you're doing them like a mobile, I would recommend to get a chaser or top, but the problem is there is not enough room to put a handle on it. And maybe have a spare bolts with you for the water pump, because that's something that you got to have. But you must have a wire brush with the drill, and of course wise capes and safety goggles.